Hello everyone, welcome. Sorry for the long intro, but we had someone that was late. What are you doing?
What are you doing, Chris?
Oh.
He wasn't going to name and shame yet, it's alright.
At the right spot?
Just-
Okay.
Just dropped yourself in it now.
Wait, is he muted?
It should be okay. Can you
Yeah.
hear me?
I hear you, yeah. Good. So, we are back with another adventure in the Wasteland with these gang of misfits. As always, let's introduce everyone. Above me, we have Brew. Who are you and who are you playing?
I am Brew. I am playing Hazel Johnson, who is a Brotherhood initiate.
No problem. And Martin.
Hi everyone, I'm playing Old Tallman, who is a mutant unicorn. Because I want to be a unicorn and a mutant, so there you go, that's what my character is. But he's really nice and he's huge. I think he's like 7 to 8 foot tall.
Chris.
Hello.
Next to late, who are you?
I'm late.
Hi, I'm Chris and I'm late.
Today, I'm happy. Happy? Yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy.
Tommy Happy Doyle.
Yeah. So yeah, guy with a gambling addiction. We'll probably find out a wee bit more about that as we go.
Oh, and we were going to New Vegas, weren't we?
Diamond City.
Diamond City.
Oh, Diamond City. There's not a lot of gambling there. And Dawn. Those who are common in my channel know who Dawn is.
I'm Don, and I shouldn't have started drinking because I knew you were about to introduce me. I am playing Bailey Big Smile, the ghoul of the party.
And you all know me, of course, as Skoon. I'm playing Mr. Handy called Marvin. And, of course, that's why I put him last for now. He is the overseer. He is the one that runs this game. Oliver.
Thank you very much, Schoon. I am Oliver, and I am your overseer for this foray into the Wasteland. Once upon a time in the Wasteland for Fallout RPG. So, without any further ado, we will start tonight's session. And we are now starting part 2 of this 3-part adventure, guys. It's been several hours since leaving Vault 95 behind after Micah's death. The travel has been hard, but Dr. Rast continues to push recklessly ahead into the wee hours of the night. Slowly, the green hue of the glowing sea subsides in the sky above. Dark clouds blot out the stars, bringing with them a light but deadly rainfall. As the rain starts, Rast curses quietly beneath his breath and changes course, leading you to a burnt-out house nearby. Only sections of the house's walls are still standing amidst the rubble, but its tin roof still hangs on the ceiling, if just barely. It's at least enough to protect you from the worst of the whipping radioactive winds and the acid rain outside. I slept here last night, and it seemed safe enough, Rast explains quietly, as he removes his lab coat and tosses it over a broken couch in the living room. Beneath the coat, Rast is wearing nothing more than a set of dirty underjohns. With a small gesture of his hand, he motions to a makeshift fire pit, by which a small pile of unused dry wood remains. I suppose we should stay here tonight, he says. Diamond City's still a long hike from here, and we'll need a rest. Before he disappears into one of the back rooms of the house, leaving you all alone with each other. And I will change
A rest?
your map.
You need a rest? Oh, yes, of course. You fleshy people need a rest.
Did you change maps?
Yep.
Sweet. Okay, so you find yourselves a nice abandoned house. It's just got a roof left. Dr. Rast says he stayed here last night, and it should be safe enough to keep you keep you out of the radioactive rain for the night. But it is night time, and you do all need to rest, apart from Mr. Marvin. The rest of you all need to eat and drink once per day as well. Not Mr. Marvin, though.
Mm-hmm.
I'm better than you.
I've got new tokens for the Overseer and Player's action points. So we both start part 2 with 5 action points each, Players and Overseer, guys.
So we get normal
Gotcha.
Nuka-Cola caps, and you get quantum caps?
Yeah,
Why do you get the quantum?
because I'm the Overseer.
So unfair.
Do we get 5 each or 5 for the group?
Remember, so it's a group resource. Anyone can use it.
Mhm.
Anyone can use any amount of it. You don't need the other people's permission to do so. Although I notice you guys have been cooperating on it. I don't have a cap on mine, but yours caps at 6, so you can never have more than 6. So if you've got 6, use them.
That's good to know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we can only have as much. I believe.
Yeah.
Don't we get as many as players we have?
No, it just caps at 6. The rule says
Oh yeah,
I
and
believe it's
you
6.
start automatically with as many players.
Yes, well, in the book it told me that certain things for part 1, and then it said for the start of this,
Okay.
I get 5, you get 5. That's what it says. So
Yeah. Normally the.
I think it may have said number of players, and that the Overseer gets the same. So we're both starting Overseer and Players with 5.
Yeah, okay,
So, yeah.
That's maybe different for this.
Aye, so bear in mind it
Intro
caps out
web
at 6
campaign.
for you. So if you've got 6 and you generate any, they are wasted. So they are the meta currency of the game.
Use
them.
them immediately.
Yeah, remember to use them. And there are reference sheets now where you can see everything, what you can do with them. And I'm trying to learn it. I've got all paper here as well. Chris, we saw you scratching your balls, man. What are you like? Yeah, whatever. Like that time you didn't fall asleep as well.
You are lucky I put my channel on 18.
We need to put hashtag like, what is it?
Chris
White,
kid, everyone.
grey
Chris
sweater
kid, everyone.
With his grey sweatpants on, trying to get a few more views.
Okay, so how do you intend on staying warm from the raging storm outside? And
it doesn't bother me.
Yeah, I'm chilling.
and does anyone do anything to prepare a kind of camp for the night?
You Hubies can figure it out.
I'm gonna ask the super mutant to go find some wood.
So there was a pile of dry wood by the fire. So I've got a random map which I found online. I've added a little makeshift fireplace to it. There is.
I'll just like be like, okay, and just go and pick up the wood and be like, finished.
Well,
Did you bring it in?
Right.
Fucking Muty.
Well,
I actually will go inside to scrounge around for if there's like extra food somewhere.
Okay.
I think we need to make an extra bed. Because this bed here, the two-person bed, I think our super mutant needs that entire bed.
yeah, we'll do. I've got to keep in mind that old Tallman, Martin's character, is the one that goes out scavenging for wood, and I'll deal with that in a second. And that just ties in beautifully with something that I need to do with your character anyway, Martin. So well volunteered.
Yeah,
As for the house, it is just as you see, but it's in worse condition than the picture that you see, because the picture you see has got intact walls. It doesn't have intact walls. They're broken in the rubble. There's only little bits of the roof in some places. You have to be very careful where you sleep in order to stay out of the rain and stuff. Yeah, there will be bits where the rain will come through. Bailey and Hazel have both went inside, so you're both checking out the place. It is kind of as it appears on the map. There's not specifically blood footprints leaning away from that wall. There was a body there as well. That's just from the map that I used. That's why I covered it with a bed. That bed was added over here. There's like a guy speared to a wall there, so I had to cover it. Hence the footprints with the blood. You can ignore them. But
Why? It's just a wasteland. Those things happen.
But Bailey and Hazel, I'm gonna let you both, if you want, start scavenging and looking around the place. Are you like looking for things in particular, like
Extra food.
Yeah,
is
yeah,
my
like
goal right now.
usable things. Yeah, okay. Okay, so I'll deal with old Tallman in the wood outside in a moment. I'm gonna deal with Hazel and Bailey scavenging in the house just now. Would anybody else like to assist them?
Well, I do want to scavenge. but
Dr.
I wanna
Rast will be
scavenge
inside the
for
house.
Scrap.
So you're scavenging for scrap, as in junk items that can be used to repair.
Yeah, because I need scrap to be fixed.
Okay, well come inside the house then, because one of the rolls you are getting is junk items. I've got a bunch of rolls I can give you. What is Tommy doing? Is Tommy coming inside the house as well?
Being paranoid of raiders, I'm circling.
So you're doing a watch for the night. Are you gonna stay up all night, or are you gonna arrange with someone else to do a watch?
I'll probably trade it out, but I'm starting.
Remember, one of your group. You're starting. Remember, one of your group doesn't need sleep. Might be a good idea to talk to him. Okay, I'll make a note of that as well, Chris. Tommy is the one that's starting out a watch. So, old Tallman, you're getting wood. Tommy, you're doing a watch. I'm going to deal with those after I deal with the guys in the house. So you are scavenging. Now I've got some tables for you to roll on. Now, you have a number of free rolls here, and then a maximum number of rolls you can do. And in order to get more rolls, you have to spend action points. Okay, so I'm going to let you do your first roll on the clothing table. Don't know where this is going to pop up if I open it.
You have to share it with us. Unless we can help
I'll
you.
just find it in the book. I will just find it in the book. It says it's in the back of this book, and then it's not in the back of this book. Random clothing is not in the back of this book. In the back of this one. Yes. Okay. But that's not a rollable table. Bear with me. Don't know why that table. Yeah, it's not. Oh. Ah, right. Okay, I can click the button to roll it. So let's delete them and we'll start again. Okay. Right. So I know what I need to do. I've got a button I can press to roll it. So, who's doing the searching? I want one person to lead the searching, and then the other people in the house can assist if they want, right? Because I want you to make a perception plus survival test with a difficulty of 3 to scavenge for supplies, because this place has been well used. A lot of people have used this as a place to stop over for a night or two, so it's been picked clean. You're really going to have to search to find anything. So I need 3 successes.
Okay. And if I spend an action point, do I get another roll? Is that how that works?
Yeah, so using action points before you roll, it's 1 action point for 1 extra dice, a further 2 for a second, and then a further 3 for a third. So it's 1,
Okay. I'll spend an
3,
action
or
point
6.
to get another roll.
So you start with 3d20. Okay. And that is on a
Roll
perception
perception.
plus survival. And then the other people in the house can assist. So you guys roll perception plus survival. That's Marvin and Hazel. And any successes you get are added. If you want to assist, that is. Oh, in fact, there's a roll to assist button on roll 20. Sorry. Forgot about that.
I'm happy to assist unless Marvin feels strongly about it.
Yeah, why not? I'll assist you.
I think you can just
Roll
hit
to
that
assist?
button. I think you can maybe both do it, to be honest.
Oh, I get 2 successes for getting 1.
Yeah, that one's 2 successes because that one's a crit, so that's double success. So
Mine's
we
great.
need one more success if you guys want to assist. Just hit the roll to assist button, see if that works.
Do I need to roll normally then?
No.
You just click the roll to assist
Yeah, see
button.
in chat there's a
Yeah,
roll
but
to
then it
assist.
says you attempted to use a roll command looking for the value of a selected token, but no tokens are selected.
Alright,
That's weird.
can you still continue to roll? Can you ignore that and roll anyway? Scoon, sorry.
Oh wait, now it says
Select your token and then do it.
I had to click my token.
Yeah, you've got to collect your token so it knows it's that person rolling. Right.
There.
That's
There
3.
you go. That's 3 successes. Right. So now you could get to roll on these tables. So you get right. So on the so it's going to cost you action points for some of these rolls. Some of them will definitely cost action points. The first one, the clothing on the table, you get 1 free roll. Now I've got the button, so I'm going to roll it for you. Right. So you find utility coveralls. Something to make a note. Now you can spend 1, 2, or 3 action points for 1, 2, or 3 more rolls on that table. Or you can move on. We're also going to do food, beverages, and junk.
Move on.
Yeah, I'm fine to move on.
Okay, so the food table, you have a number of rolls that says 0 to 4. That means you have to spend 1 action point to even have 1 roll on it. So if you want to roll on the food table, it's going to cost you 1 action point. Okay.
Okay, spend it.
Okay, you find a can of dog food.
Delicious.
The beverages table is the same, where it will cost you at least
Well,
1
I
action point to
believe,
have a roll. Oh.
We did say that I put water in my in that thing that I have.
You
what's
do
it
have a
called,
water purifier mod.
in my boiler mod.
Yeah, the boiler mod. And you will have some clean water for someone now. You've got a can of dog food. You can continue to roll on the food one up to another 3 times for action points if you choose, or we move on to beverages.
I found what I was looking for. If somebody else wants to decide that.
I mean, extra food would be nice, but at the same time, I have something to eat today, so.
Sounds like a move on.
Moving on. Okay, so the beverages table is the same. It will cost you 1 action point to roll even 1 time on it, and you can roll up to 4 times. So do you wish to roll on the beverages?
I'm pretty good with that. You can drink radiated water, and Marvin just made some. So.
He's just making some. So you want to skip the beverages one?
Skip beverages.
Well, you might want to come back to it because this is the last one, and this is free. This doesn't cost you any action points, but you also don't get any extra rolls in this. And this is 2d20 junk items, and it's got a button for me to press. 16 items of junk. That's the shit you were looking for, isn't it, Marvin?
I'm just looking for scrap because
Yeah.
I need stuff to fix myself. If,
So you
possible.
find 16 items of junk. Now you are welcome, if you want, to spend more action points and roll again on clothing, food, or beverages. You just have a maximum number of rolls on them.
How much junk?
16 junk items.
I didn't really hear the number.
16, he said.
Sorry,
6.
1 6. And you guys used 2 action points total, right?
Mm-hmm.
So down to 3. Okay, 16 junk items, a can of dog food, and some utility coveralls. You still
16 junk items.
16,
Coveralls.
1 6, yeah.
Coveralls. And one thing more. You said
A can of dog food.
Dog food.
dog food.
So, we'll come back to you guys. Happy.
I will come back in.
Yeah.
Well,
go ahead,
hello,
sorry.
meatbags. I found some food for you. And I toss the kind of dog food in between the group. You people eat this stuff, right?
Rast looks over and says, "Yeah, we don't have to quite resort to the dog food just yet, my friend, but it's worth hanging on to that, certainly. It's tough times out here in the
I'll hang on to
wasteland.
it then.
But don't worry, I've got something we can all have something to eat tonight. I've got some beef jerky, actually." And he'll start giving you all of it just now, and he's like, "I've got plenty for breakfast too. So everyone that's here, not you, Marvin, obviously, but Hazel and Bailey, he's going to hand you a couple of beef jerky strips, so you can get something to
Is there
eat
an
just now."
insight check here? Can I tell if this is ass jerky or real beef?
Is it
jerky?
ass jerky? It must be.
Give me intelligence and medicine or science, whatever you think's
shoot,
better.
okay.
Whatever yours is higher, I suppose. You got one
I have a
success.
complication though.
You got one success and a complication.
Wow.
I'm gonna say with one success you can't tell what kind of meat it is, and with a complication I'm just gonna bank that as an action point. I'm not gonna give you.
With complication, it's for sure ass jerky.
Yeah, no, you can't tell at all
You think
what
this
it
man
is,
crazy.
and I'm gonna bank the complication as an action point. Just you can't tell what kind of. He says it's beef jerky, so that in the wasteland that means Brahmin, which are the famous two-headed cows. So that's what your beef jerky would be, one of those two-headed things that we're all used to seeing in the Fallout universe. Happy. You
He's not here.
Chris is away from the screen. Well, I'll come back to Happy. Happy's the one that starts the patrol anyway. Old Tallman. While you're out gathering wood, you spot something very interesting looking. It's got 4 legs, and it's furry, and it's walking towards you now in a curious manner.
I'm just gonna look at it speedily.
It looks now. There's a whole section in the book here, in this part as well, where there's an encounter with a dog, and you've got to try and tame it, and all this, and you've got to make this roll and that roll and this roll and that roll. But guess who took the perk dog meat when they leveled up? So basically, you get to skip all that. And this dog
Yay.
comes up to you real friendly, like, sniffing at your legs and its tail's wagging. Now,
And his paw goes up.
yeah, the paw goes up. It sits back on its back legs, all submissive, and smiles. And this dog's, it's not like any dog you've seen before. But we're all familiar with Fallout, and we're all familiar with dog meat. And dog meat is, I believe it's Australian sheepdog, which kind of looks like an Alsatian German Shepherd. And it comes from,
Okay.
it's a tribute to Mad Max's dog. Now, this one is totally different. This thing it's about the same size, maybe a little wider at the shoulders, about the same height, but its hair's much longer and much less rough, much more fluffy, and it's got a big coat. You notice
him a newt.
You notice it's got a collar around its neck, and there's a little thing hanging from it.
I'll look at it. Oh, obviously I'm checking if it's got rabies just on the off chance, or like.
It's not foaming at the
looks like
mouth.
It might be like a zombie or something.
So
Like you can get rabies. I mean, come on.
give
fucking
you know.
mutant.
give me
Yeah,
a roll
but I
as
can-
well.
Believe in cleanliness as well. I mean, I've got standards.
No.
Can I get an intelligence and science or intelligence
okay.
and something to recognise the dog breed? The breed of the dog, before you see what it says in its collar. And
So
it
what is
just-
it in? Just
Uh,
intelligence?
I'm not looking at a sheet, so intelligence and I would say science, guys. What do you reckon? probably the closest thing, isn't it?
Aye.
Or survival. I'd say it's intelligence and science, or intelligence and survival. Whatever's better for you.
Big
Big
guns, maybe?
survival.
It's not big,
Big
guns.
Big.
Yeah.
I'll do survival,
Sluggish.
but you want me to do it with
I mean, well,
intelligence, right?
this is one of those games where if you can explain how it's that and that, then I'll let it be that and that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I think
If you
it's
suplex the
survival.
dog, it's athletics.
Yeah.
I mean, survival makes sense.
I'll give you only a difficulty of 1. Well, then you've got 2
Yay,
successes,
got
right?
2.
So you recognise this as being from a totally different continent. And this is from a pre-nuclear apocalypse time where there were countries. And this is from a long lost country called Japan. This is, in fact, a Japanese Akita, the breed of this dog.
Oh, nice and fluffy.
So very fluffy, yes. About the same kind of size as a German Shepherd,
Shiba Inu or
but much
something.
more fluffy. And you want to look at its little
Oh,
collar.
those are cute.
Yeah, I
Okay.
will. Yeah, I'm gonna look at its collar.
Okay, so on its collar, it's a
What?
little plastic. Well, no, it's aluminium. It's like a little dog tag almost, but it's in the shape of a sword, a curved sword. And on it, it says Bushido. Honor thy master. So the dog's name is Bushido.
Does it have a local YouTube channel on the back of it? Per chance?
No, but I'm going to change its name now in the sheet, and put it in your journal as well.
Okay.
Now
The
that's
back just says subscribe to RX Oliver.
yeah, that was my little
was
Easter
that-
egg for the
that
viewers.
egg there?
Yeah, that's my little Easter egg for the viewers. If you're
Yeah.
familiar with the channel, you might get that one. So his name is Bushido, and he's a Japanese Akita.
This dog doesn't bark. When he barks, he says, "Konnichiwa."
And he is now in your sheet. You can now
Inside.
move him around. You should be able to move the token as well, I think, Martin. Double check that for me.
Okay. Yeah, hold on, I was typing it in my sheet. Okay.
You basically got to skip all the rolls and stuff to try and tame a dog because you
Yeah,
took
can
that.
move it.
Oh, nice. Because you took that perk. Now, dog meat, in this case Bushido, until you rename him, if you do, can do a number of things for you. He can fetch, he can scavenge, he can attack, he can pin down an enemy while you attack. Schoon will be able to tell you because he's used it before in our other game that we played. The
You
exact.
don't have to. Find stuff for you, but he will not always pick it up. He will sometimes just say like, go like,
Okay.
So, Martin gets to skip all the fun of trying to roll for that dog, which is like you have to do daily checks and stuff, because you took the dog meat perk, and it tied in nicely because that dog was very much supposed to land just after you had leveled up. So you now have a dog in your party.
Well, if anyone kills it, any one of you, or plays any tricks on it, I'm gonna do shit to you when you're asleep. So that's the threat. I mean, that's what I'll tell people. You know, if anything.
You're
like that.
also
was gonna go out
you're
and tame it.
fucking-
It will only answer to me.
So, not dinner?
Yeah, no, you guys will be. I mean, I'll start off like doing like minor things when you're asleep, you know, like putting your hand in water and like you wet yourselves, but it will progressively get worse. You know, like.
Okay. So, Tommy, happy, and before long, your scouting outside has to come to an end due to the acid rainstorm. You're not going to survive it. So, although you had great intentions, you will not be able to continue after a certain point to stay outside of the house. Even Marvin, who wouldn't be immediately killed by acid rain, would still take all sorts of kinds of damage, I would believe, from it. Might not kill him as quickly, but there's a certain point in night where you're all going to have to get inside.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and we'll get to a certain point where you will all be in the house. Does anybody else make any other preparations for the night before you guys go to sleep? Does anybody talk about anything? Does anybody get to know each other, talk about their past, any of that? Hazel shares some ass jerky with Bushido. Nice. Oh yeah, and another prompt question. Does anyone have any odd habits that the other characters would notice? This is just a little chance to get to know our versions of these characters a little bit better now, guys.
Oh,
So
wow.
how does a night round a campfire in a busted down old house go? Tommy, I'll bring you inside. Oh, also, Rast returns from the back of the house with an old weather-worn guitar in hand. He's no longer wearing his gas mask and has changed into a fresh set of clothes, a red wool sweater and dark slacks. The doctor sits down and stares at the campfire, his eyes lost for a time in the dance of its flickering flames, and after a few moments begins to gently pluck the strings of his guitar, just so slightly out of tune, and pleasantly croons a centuries-old song. Some of you may have heard it, some of you may not. It goes something along the lines of, I don't want to set the world on fire. Yeah, so as you sit down around the campfire, Rast gently plays the guitar and sings some old songs from centuries ago. This
Well,
is-
since I don't sleep, I'm just floating around in the house, keeping a little bit of a watch.
So you're going to watch as they sleep then? You're going to take an actual watch round about the house in Marvin?
I am just going to make sure nothing happens to them.
Very noble of you.
Unless they hurt another robot, then I'll kill them.
Anyone else have anything they would like to share before they rest? Anything they would like to do, say, or anything at all before we rest?
I want to feed my dog. I mean, it looks hungry, so.
Well, Hazel's already shared some ass jerky with him, but you can easily feed your dog. If you start going in a bag for food, he's sniffing. He knows exactly what you're looking for. Like, he's a smart dog. He'll gratefully accept any food you can offer him.
I'm gonna tell the dog to its first puzzle is to find its own food, and I'm just gonna let it sniff around anyone to see if it can find anything or steal from anyone.
It wouldn't surprise me if the dog will then start sniffing with me, since I have a can of dog food.
It's not a spoiler now, but if you hadn't taken that perk, and Happy hadn't made a point of doing a watch, this dog would have raided you in the night and ate all your food, and you would have had nothing left, and the dog wouldn't be here. That's the consequences of not making a watch. But you made one, and you've already befriended the dog, so you already cheesed that. I still want Chris, Tommy, who was the last one to come in, to make a perception and survival test with a difficulty of 1.
Perception.
Perception and survival.
How'd you click it?
Perception or survival.
No, perception and survival. So you've got to click survival, and it should automatically roll off perception, I think.
If
Yeah,
it's not perception, you click it to change the drop
Yeah.
down.
yeah. You click on the second part of your character sheet behind.
Okay, yeah, got it.
I want a difficulty
No
1, so
additional
you
dice.
need 1
Submit.
success. You got 0
Ooh.
successes. Would you like to
Blind.
spend luck to reroll? I'm not telling you what the roll's for, so
Yeah, do I just roll again and then take luck off?
aye, you can
only reroll one die with
reroll 1 dice.
So you would just roll a d20.
Just roll a d20
Okay.
and try and get under your target number, yeah.
Nope. Doesn't recognize that command. Okay.
It's slash
I'll
R
just
if you just want to roll a d20, but there's a dice
yeah,
roller
I'll
on the
just
left.
click it. There.
Still above your target number by 1. Okay, keep your
I'll
luck.
say I'm being distracting by carelessly tossing a baseball grenade in the air and catching it.
Aha. Nah, keep your luck, Chris. Keep your luck, because it was an inconsequential roll anyway. It doesn't really matter. I was going to give you like a rough idea how long this storm would last if you made a success there. But keep your luck. I don't want you to spend a luck on that. It's a very finite resource. And that
Got a little acid rain in your eye.
it's an extra made-up roll that I'd added. So keep your luck. Put your
So
luck
you
back to
want
normal.
him to lose his eye?
No, I'm just saying that's probably why I couldn't see.
Yeah, well, it's acid rain, so if he get it in his eye would melt away.
That might help his Diamond City problem. Maybe people won't recognize him if he's missing an eye.
He's got the gas mask already, so he's building
A
up.
gas mask on.
He's got a gas mask and he's got a dusty old,
Person.
ripped to bits, bloody Vault 95 jumpsuit as well. He's got his Vault Dweller disguise. He's working
I'm
on
a
a
sexy
disguise kit.
motherfucker.
Hazel will walk over to Marvin while he's flying there. And I'll say, I know we got off on a little bit of a rough foot, or thruster, whatever you want to call it.
Your foot, because I don't have feet.
Thruster, okay. Well, same thing. I just wanted to let you know if you ever need any repairs, I'm okay in doing that.
As long as you
Promise
don't take
no
any
funny
of my
business.
parts.
I wouldn't.
We just get our first hint of two PCs becoming friends 3 sessions in.
I will say I would not.
It's very kind of you and very. Opening up for you're trying to get a bit of group camaraderie going here. You've all agreed to this same task, but at the moment there's not that much you're not gelling so strongly, and there's still a bit of mistrust, I would say. Hazel's trying to smooth that over with Marvin over the previous incident with the robots. Anyone else?
To humans for Marvin, because he thinks they are the reason robots are destroyed.
Dr. Rast would
I
some
think
point.
that we were in the right, but I'd like to keep old world technology going.
That's what Marvin is. Marvin is old world technology.
Yeah.
Robco was a pre-war company that was responsible for the big giant Liberty Prime, all your Mr. Handys and the military one, forget the name all the time.
Mr. Gutsy.
Mr. Gutsy and Miss Nanny Bot as well. And is it Robco that made the Pip Boy, the wrist thing, or was that?
No.
That's Vault Tech,
That's
isn't it?
that's actual
That's Vault Tech.
Voltec.
Yeah. Okay.
Robco only made the robots.
Yeah. Okay. Right. So Hazel's offering her assistance as a mechanic to Marvin. That's an olive branch. I love that. Anyone else? Dr. Rast plays a few more songs on the guitar, sitting around the fire.
I was gonna hope my dog's found the dog food, and I will be
you were just-
combing it.
you were
Combing
just
the
letting-
dog hair, because these dogs need a lot of combing and stuff.
You
so
were
I need
you
to
were
be
just letting it
careful
sniff
with-
around for the food, right? Okay, so let's say whoever did find the dog food, if you've placed it down or placed it in a bag, that dog is sniffing at that bag.
He's sniffing at me, because I'm still carrying the dog food.
He looks up at you
So,
with his
when I
big.
see the dog coming towards me, I'm like, well, hello, little four-footed friend. I see you are hungry. And I grab the can. Here you go. And I just give the can, not knowing that I need to open it or anything, just give the can.
The dog looks at the can and looks back up at you. It looks back down at the can. It looks back up at you. And if dogs could look
Eat up.
puzzled, he looks puzzled. And then he looks over
It's
at your.
dog food, so eat up.
Then he looks over at one of your arms, which has a big buzzsaw on the side of it, and looks back at the can. Looks back at your arm. Looks back at the can.
Okay.
And then as soon as you do that, and the dog food spills out, the dog will go. And that's one day's
Watch
food
out
for
for the
somebody
edges
gone.
of the can, they can be sharp.
It's gone in 3 seconds. Absolutely gone in 3 seconds.
Then I will delete
was
it
gonna
out
eat
of
that.
my inventory again.
Yeah, so much for rations.
Dr.
What
Rast,
rations? Can you eat those?
when you mentioned food, Dr. Rast will say, "Well, I've got enough of this jerky for all of us for breakfast tomorrow, and then tomorrow on the way into Diamond City, I know somewhere where I think we might get a better scavenge than we did here. This place is more known. There's an old abandoned warehouse just on the outskirts of Diamond City. It's kind of well hidden, and I don't think it's going to be as picked clean. And we're going to hit that on the way in, and I think we're going to do a lot better than we did here." And he go back to his guitar and playing his songs and his slacks and his sweater. I don't sit fire. Hazel is going for a shower, apparently.
Nah, I'm gonna sleep in the bathtub.
Sleeping in the bathtub.
Keep my eyes to the door.
You've got 3/4 cover already. So you're sleeping in the bath. I like that. Old Tallman in the big bed, because it's the only thing you're going to actually sleep on.
Yeah,
gonna
with
fit
the
you.
dog, and the
With-
dog's pretty big.
It's quite a big
Yeah.
dog as well, so that, even on a double bed, that's going to be a tight fit for a super mutant and a big dog. Like,
Don't judge our special love. We pure friendship with me and my dog.
Happy and Dr. Rast are sleeping in the main area. Marvin's hovering around.
If the rain stops, I will
Over the
hover
couch.
around the house outside.
Okay, the rain doesn't look like stopping anytime soon. I'm not going to tell you when it's
Otherwise,
going to
I'll
stop, because
just
that was Chris's field
Fly
goal
from
before.
window to window to be able to look outside.
Okay.
Because even though I have 360 vision, I can still not look through a wall.
Yeah, so after he's finished with his song, Rast's going to set the guitar down, and he will actually tell you that if you hope to survive in Diamond City, you're going to have to scavenge for supplies a little bit more, just so that we can trade and barter and just be better equipped and stuff. And he will mention again this warehouse on the way to the city that you could investigate tomorrow. It's well hidden amidst a series of other burned out buildings that make for easier pickings for scavengers. He believes it's going to have valuables inside. So, on the way into Diamond City tomorrow,
Like
if
all
we manage
those
to get out of
valuables
this
that
rain.
are in that vault.
Well, you managed to save my friend didn't have to die in a vault. My friend got to die at least outside, and we at least got her message. She got her message is going to continue to Diamond City, and it brought you guys to me, so it's not the worst thing in the world that we all met at that vault. If we can get back to Diamond City, to this man that Mika's tells us, what was the man's name again? Do any of you remember?
I do.
Good, because I don't.
Anything Russian?
It was Clemens, I think.
Clements, that
Yeah,
was it.
Clemens.
Clements. Yeah. If we find this man Clements, then my people and Micah's people can be saved. We can start somewhere new. We can make our own Garden of Eden. You'll be helping a lot of people, Mr. Doyle, Mr. Happy. Please have some ass. I mean,
Just
some
make
beef
sure
jerky.
that you get me a load of caps, because this talking about having valuables all the time and then there not being any caps or anything worth taking or selling, it's don't fly.
Well,
And if I get there and I don't have money, you're gonna be on the chopping block, and it ain't me who's gonna be doing it.
You'll have money, Mr. Doyle. I promise. Now, Chris, would Happy like any rules? Because you're inside now. Would you like any rules on those loot tables? Would you like to investigate the house at all?
Aye, sure.
You need to get what was it? Investigation with 3 successes. But somebody can assist you, and then you've got to spend action points on some of the rolls. But you've got to get the perception and survival
Perception, I think.
with a difficulty of 3 first. That's if you want to be
Okay.
looking.
I'm gonna let Bushido help him.
The dog
Can
can
the
assist
dog
with
help
that.
people?
Yeah, the dog can assist with a search. Now you've got 1 success, so you need 2 more. Would anybody like to assist them besides the dog? The dog, if I click the dog and then click assist, will that work? I don't think it is going to work on the dog.
Oh, something's coming up.
That wasn't a success
yeah,
anyway.
Phil. Target 4, rolls a 13.
He needs 2 more successes. Does anybody else want to assist? Looks like you're not finding anything happy.
I mean, are you asking for
I
help?
would still be awake, so yeah, I'll help.
Okay, there you go.
I've done my searching for the day.
Okay, give him a roll
Perception.
then, Marvin. Yep. Perception, survival.
Survival.
0
Nope.
successes. And Hazel was going to assist as well.
Nah, he didn't ask.
Okay. Well, he's only got 1 success anyway, so even if you would have to get 2 with your assist. Yeah, I think you only roll 1 dice when you're assisting, so it's not going to happen anyway. Happy, it's not your night, I'm afraid.
It's alright. Place is a shithole anyway.
It is a bit of a shithole. There wasn't much here. This was shelter for the night. Dr. Rast never promised you would find anything here. This was just shelter for the night. He promised you somewhere you could rest for the night.
I talked to Marvin before we all go to sleep, because I would have explained to him, like, maybe we got off on the wrong foot, but the fact that he gave my dog food, obviously, I'll be honest with him, we were going to harvest him for money, but as long as Bushido is alive, I will make sure that his body parts are not sold.
Oh,
So, you know, it's kind of a win-win situation for him.
Oh, bugger.
that's nice. Just try to see if I've got any of these. See yet? Nope. Okay. Okay, and with that, unless anyone else before I spend the night,
Thank
before
you.
we rest the night. Oh, bless you, was that a sneeze?
There was a sneeze.
Okay, bless you. Okay. So with that, we close out Act 1 of Part 2. And we move on to the next day. Now, there is an art handwork to show you. Oh yeah, the next morning, Rast will share his jerky made of unknown meat. Okay, he calls it beef jerky, but it's made of unknown meat with you again. Unless it was eaten by the wild dog, but it wasn't.
That's a bit worrying.
No, because the wild dog
Well,
became your dog.
Because you skipped that whole encounter, Martin, because of taking the perk.
Okay.
Yeah, if you hadn't
Okay.
taken that perk, there was a whole encounter where the dog would potentially eat all your food. You've totally skipped it. You timed that perk really nicely. Okay,
I
swim.
think I should be compensated and showered with caps for my gaming skills.
No, you are being compensated by having a doggy companion.
Fair enough.
Hazel will take 1 cap and snap it, and it slingshots into your head. Here's your cap.
Like, thanks.
And
my,
money.
my head's probably like 2 feet by 2 feet across, so yeah, it's fine. You can hit it with my big long.
Probably just like a little pebble that hit you.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's the next day. It is an uneventful several-hour hike through the wasted plains and eerie suburban ruins before you arrive. Now I have one of the artworks to show you for the warehouse, so if you give me 2 seconds I'll find it. Not that one. Not that one.
Like that one.
This one.
See? Okay.
All players can now see. So there's an image of it for you. In art handouts, industrial building it's called. That's what it looks like on the outside. And we'll need to move maps as well. Oh, let me just copy the tokens that are on this one.
I don't see it.
Yeah, I don't see that one.
Did I not show it to players? Oh yeah, I didn't. I clicked the wrong thing. Sorry. All players. Save changes. See it now?
Yeah, it's just a bed.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, so I will also need to copy all tokens on the map. Then move you all onto another one. I'm going to paste you over here. I will need to move you around a little bit as you approach this warehouse. Who are we missing?
Me.
Old Tallman.
Should be able to just pull
Missing
you
the Tallman.
out of here.
Yeah, of course we think of the dog before we think of the owner.
I don't know
I
where
don't
old Tom
mind
is.
that.
He's
Fuck
disappeared
it.
somewhere in my
Fuck it,
copy paste that I did, but it's fine. I could just drag another one over. Okay. So, in a small clearing among burned out buildings is an old warehouse, not much larger than a house. The windows are barred on the outside and they appear to be boarded up from the inside. Its entrance is a set of wide doors held shut by 2 heavy padlocked chains. A rusty sign near the door reads, Green Brothers and Company, no parking, keep clear. Spray painted beneath the sign in faded red letters are the words, Hell is empty and all the devils are here.